and welcome to Hot Money on Bloomberg Quint Live, India's first digital live streaming business news service. This is the show which gets you a complete wrap of all the stocks that are buzzing in trade. I'm Darshan Mehta. Let's welcome our experts on the show. Then joining me on the show today are Kkunal Parar of Choice Broking, Aditya Agarwala of Securities, and Amit Shah of Indiabulls Ventures. Many thanks to all of my guests for joining me. Before we begin with the show, our analyst, getting on the show with our analyst, let's get in Yash Upadhyay, who has a chart on JK paper. Good afternoon, Yash. What does the chart indicate?
Good afternoon, Darshan. So there's a buy call coming in on JK paper, and the indicator that we've used is the MACD indicator. The lower panel over here, that shows the MACD indicator, and this time around we've not gone with the daily price chart. We're looking at the weekly price chart and a longer term trend, and that seems to have given a positive crossover. So the blue line, which is the MACD line, that has crossed above the signal line to form that positive crossover. What we've also done over here is that we're taking a look at the pink line over here, which is the 50-day exponential moving average. Now it has been taking support or has been consolidating around that mark. Should it manage to cross above that level, and we've seen in the past that it manages to swing extremely on the higher end. When it was trading above, there was a clear positive uptrend, and whenever it has crossed that mark, we've seen a big up move. So that seems to be supportive as well. So should it manage to trade consistently above the 50-day exponential moving average, we should see some more room on the upside.
And Yash, what has been the historical trend every time the MACD probably moves on the higher side?
So Darshan, 5 out of the last 7 times that this has happened, the stock has managed to run up more than 6.5% over the next 1 month.
Okay, so thanks so much for that, Yash. 152 is where JK paper is. Kunal, JK paper, what is your chart indicating?
No doubt, stock is in good uptrend. Since last 4 days, stock has been trading above its 200 days moving average. But there's somewhere around 155, 156, the stock has been continuously facing a resistance since last 5 to 6 minutes we talk about. So that is sustained above 156. After, if it sustain above 156, we may see a spurt up to the level of 173. So right now, my call is like to wait and watch and let it sustain above 156.
Okay, you'll buy only above 156
yes.
level. Okay, Aditya, what's the sense that you're having?
A similar view, the stock is consolidating after a good move from 140 to 155. Right now it's in a narrow consolidation zone, volumes are thin. So a breakout above 155 backed by very good volumes will be a confirmation. But the chart pattern and the indicators are suggesting that there's an uptrend in the making. Probably one can take a bet at current levels, add on above 155. I don't have my doubts that the stock is headed north to levels of 175, 170.
Okay, so it's a positive call that's coming in. Amit, what are you sensing?
Yeah, so recently, prior to the current consolidation which is going on, we saw, good large volume candles. Yeah, and along with strong volumes happening, so that is indicating that bulls are back into this stock. So I would actually, if someone already has, I would continue to hold the stock with a stop below 140. My sense is this stock is headed towards 170 to 75 zone in the near term.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in. Two of our analysts are bullish on it. Kkunal believes that he will buy it only above a certain level, 156, but overall the levels that on a positional basis can be in excess of 170. So that's the view that's coming in on the first stock, that is JK paper. Let's begin our discussion with the first analyst. First up is Kkunal Parar, who has a chart on Ashok Leyland. Let's have the chart, Kkunal. If you can join in, what's the parameter that you've used? Explain this harmonic pattern and why are you bullish?
Darshan, it's a monthly chart, and on monthly chart the stock has formed a harmonic formation. One can say it's a black swan formation. It's a very rarely pattern which can occur very rarely, and we can see over here after 2013 means these stocks, this formation gets more than 5 years to get it complete. And over here with the bull hammer, with the hammer candlesticks, stock has shown a bullish reversal formation. Okay, so this is black swan formation is like complete like 38.2, then 224, then 88.60%, and then again 38.2%. Means it's like classic combination of harmonic formation ratio. So based on this bullish harmonic formation on monthly chart and even on weekly chart, the stock has formed ABCD formation. It's a harmonic ABCD formation, and on a daily chart you can see over here, Darshan, the stock has given a breakout of this falling wedge formation, and since last 5 to 6 days the stock has been trading above this upper band of this falling wedge formation, along with a positive crossover of 21 into 50 days moving average. So it's like classic technical chart formation on monthly chart, on weekly chart, and on a daily chart. So based on this chart formation, I can say that the stock may but in coming 4 to 5 months, and means I'm giving this stock only purpose of the investment.
Okay, so it's 93.75 right now. If someone is watching this show and wants to make an investment, should they buy now? Should they buy at a lower level? What's the sense?
At current level, one can buy at current level, and if it fall up to the level of 91, it would become a good buying opportunity. Downside, the strong support comes at 85, which this level is 85. If it breaks, then stock may fall further from the after 85 level. So with the SL of 85, one can buy at present level. And Darshan, I am seeing somewhere around 110, 113, which is like approx 18 to 20% return.
What's the timeline?
Darshan, means for 18 to 20% return, I am saying that 5 to 6 months.
5 to 6 months. Okay, that's the view that's coming in on Ashok Leyland. Thank you so much for that, Kkunal. Aditya, would you buy Ashok Leyland at this level?
Yes, almost all the auto stocks have been running past 1 week. The entire index is buzzing. Same is the case with Ashok Leyland. There's a minor resistance around 95 zone. If that is taken out successfully, I believe the stock is headed higher. No two ways about it. On the upside, stock can definitely test levels of 110. I will closely watch out for 95. If that is not taken out, probably we can see some bit of profit booking to levels of 90, 91. As Amit pointed out, that could be a good level to re-enter the stock.
Would you buy above 95 only,
yes,
or would you buy at 91?
I would prefer a breakout above 95 to get into the stock.
Okay, and Amit, what's the sense?
Yeah, similarly, the 96 level, more or less the same, basically. I would look to see a lot of auto stocks are actually halting the decline that many of the stocks within the sector they were seeing. So now the sector is, I mean, it's not as strong as many other sectors in the market, but at least it's showing some rebound promise, a lot of stocks in the sector. So yes, about 96, it is headed towards an 105 kind of a zone, but I would not be too bullish on it's just probably a trading play as of now.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in on the first stock, and that is Ashok Leyland. Aditya Agarwala has a chart on L&T Tech Services. Let's pull up the chart. Aditya, make sense of the chart. Why are you bullish on the counter?
Yes. So the stock has broken out from a flag, or you can call it a pennant pattern as well in trade yesterday. As you can clearly see, this white candle in trade yesterday formed. This was again backed by extremely healthy volumes in trade yesterday. We don't have volume chart. Okay, so this is the volume chart. You can clearly see the volume tick in trade yesterday. This was backed by extremely healthy volumes. This is the RSI. Again, coming to the RSI. Yeah, so this is the volume chart. You can clearly see the volume bar in trade yesterday backed by the breakout was backed by extremely healthy volumes. In trade today, it's slightly consolidating as of now. I believe post this breakout, stock is headed higher and it will test the upper end of the resistance zone, which is around 1705 at current levels. Also, if I take a look at the RSI, why I'm bullish on it is RSI continuously takes support at the 60 zone. That happens to be the upper end of the bear zone. So the stock is, whenever there's a correction, RSI doesn't go below 60. That tells you the strength of the stock. The bulls are extremely active in the stock and they will take the stock higher. So all these conclusions, drawing conclusions from all these indicators, I believe stock is headed to levels of 1705. And if 1705 is taken out, probably will be headed to levels of 1725, 1760. 1760 is my target. I'll place a stop somewhere around here, which is about 1580.
1580. Should they buy now? Should they wait for?
Yes, it's a good. Yes, definitely. This is a good level to get into the stock. Probably close to about 1600. If it declines to, that is another entry point that somebody gets. The risk to reward will be extremely healthy at those levels around 1600. But there's just 20 rupees stop and looking at an upside of 1725, 1760.
Okay, 17. What's the timeline you feel this level can come in?
So this is more of if you clearly see post breakout, it generally witnesses a sharp up move. So probably in a couple of weeks' time, we can see stock headed to levels of 1760.
Okay, many thanks for that, Aditya. Amit, what's the sense? 1630. Would you buy L&T Tech at this level?
Yeah, I would actually be a buyer on the stock. More than a trading play, I would actually play for this for more of a positional basis. It's a great setup. Right now, from maybe a trading perspective, 1700 is some kind of a boundary, which is the falling line of the triangle. once it can convincingly, sustain about 1700, close for a couple of weeks, this has a potential for a big move on the upside towards 2000 to even 2100 on the upside. And that probably, once it happens, could take about 4 to 6 months to happen. It should happen very quickly, fairly quickly.
Okay, so second positive view that's coming in. Kunal, will it be a third thumbs up for L&T Tech?
Yes, Darshan, on a daily chart, the stock has already given a breakout of its, double bottom formation on a small time frame. And if you look on a weekly chart, MACD is giving a positive crossover. MACD is giving an indication for buy side, even RSI is in buy indication. So based on this weekly chart, my call is to get into the stock at CMP, and I'm seeing somewhere around 1720, and downside support comes at 1560. So it would be like if any plunge in the stock up to the level of 1600, it would become a good buying opportunity.
Okay, so similar strategy to what Aditya has been indicating. So it's a consensus bullish call that's coming in on the count L&T Tech. The third stock we want to talk about is from Amit, and he has a call on sale this time around. Let's pull up the chart of sale. Again, it's a bullish call, I'm believing.
Yes, it's a bullish call. So what we are seeing here is a monthly chart. Now, what we have seen here is a downtrend which lasted for about 8 months prior to the up move that we have seen. So all these are the monthly candles, and what we are seeing here is a lower high and a lower low. Now, if you see the trend line here, the stock has almost exactly taken a support there and has reversed the trend on the upside. This is the bigger picture that we are seeing. Now, if we can switch to the smaller time frame, which is on the daily charts, what we are seeing here is a nice inverted head and shoulder pattern. It has broken out above, it has successfully broken out, and now it's near the testing of the, the neckline. So basically, the overall setup looks quite good. Metals, yes, in past 2-3 sessions they have been witnessing some profit booking, but broadly metal seems to be catching up in the current market trend. We are seeing moves happening across the sector in Jindal Steel, SAIL, Tata Steel. So broadly, steel space, specifically within the metal, steel space looks quite good.
Okay, just a couple of things. What's the target? What's the stop loss?
Sure. So the first target that I have on this one is 66, and the second one would be 70 rupees. One can buy at current market price as well as on a small decline towards 54, 55, which is not much from here. One can keep a stop loss of 51 and ride it. I think sale, a good build-up has also happened on the stock. Stock is picking up volumes, so good bullish scenario happening for the
just
stock.
A couple of follow-up. Can you explain this chart that you put up here?
Sure.
And secondly, the volumes seem to be falling. So what's the why are you bullish that this counter will
the
continue?
volumes that are falling is actually more on the decline side. And when it's rising, the volumes have been rising, so it's a good sign, that when the stock is moving up, it is moving up within higher volumes, and when it is falling, it's not exactly a fall even, it's just consolidating and with lower volume, so that's a good sign. ADX is gradually moving up, it is around 26 right now. That is when, once more strength happens, the ADX even strengthens further, and this is a sweet spot to get in, because it's an early entry. You do not want to get into a stock which has already run up so hard and then probably might in the next phase consolidate. So it's an early entry basically.
Okay, 56.5. Thank you so much for that. 56.5. Aditya, what's the sense? Sale?
There is a breakout, no doubt about that, and the breakout was backed by extremely healthy volumes. Volumes are declining when the stock is correcting minor. So these are very healthy signs. The moment I turn to a weekly time frame chart, I see a dark cloud cover pattern, which is a bearish sign. So there is a conflicting signs which I get on sale on 2 time frames. I would be more comfortable above 59. If the stock starts to trade above 59, I'll be more comfortable. I can then ride the trade to all the way to 66, 70 even on the upside. At current levels, I would avoid. I would wait for a trade above 59 to get into the stock.
Okay, what about you, Kkunal?
There's no doubt the stock has already given a breakout of its inverted head and shoulder formation, and after giving a breakout, stock went up to the level of 59.60, but exactly where the 200 weeks moving average comes, 200 weeks moving average comes somewhere around 60, and stock face this moving average strongly and plunge up to the level of 56. So not at this level, but if we sustain above 60 0.20, I think I'll make entry above 60.20, and if we sustain above this level, then we may see a upside movement up to the level of 71. So at this level, my strategy would be like wait and watch. Let it sustain above 60.
Okay, so Amit's strategy is to accumulate sale, but the other two analysts are looking at levels of close to 60 before they start entering into sale. So that's the view that's coming in on the third stock. Let's begin the second round of discussion this time around, and this time Kkunal has a buy call on BPCL. Let's have the chart. Kkunal, what's the formation and why are you bullish on BPCL?
Darshan, if we talk about the stock since mid-September of 2018, the stock has been trading in a rising wedge formation, and recently where the stock has taken a support of its lower band of this rising wedge formation, which indicates a bounce back over here. And over here, Darshan, you can see this big bull candle, means this one can say this is a bullish engulfing. And on a moving average perspective, Darshan, the stock has started to trade above its 200 days moving average as well as 50 days moving average. So based on this formation, based on this candlesticks formation and moving average perspective, the stock looks very good. And on a Darshan, on a daily RSI, the daily RSI is trading with an upward rising trendline formation, which indicates a positive breath in the counter. So based on this RSI plus daily chart, I am seeing a good upside movement in the counter up to the level of 400.
400. What's the stop loss?
The stop loss comes at 340, which is exactly the low of this lower band and this candle.
And what's the time frame that you see 400 coming in?
That's on 2 to 3 months I am seeing.
Okay, that's more like a positional bet. Thank you so much for that. 363. Amit, BPCL, would you bet at 363?
Yeah, I mean, see, the stop is quite near from the current price, so I would keep a stop below 345 and look it to ride it towards 390 zone. The stock has seen a nice up move and recently is arresting the correction which was going on. So it's a good entry point, with a stop below 345 for target of 390.
Okay, so similar targets are coming in, Aditya?
Yeah, I'll also go in with a buy on BPCL. All the OMCs are looking okay on the charts. 380 will be my target for BPCL. I'll place a stop at 355.
Okay, that's the sense that we're getting in on BPCL. The next two charts are actually from the HDFC stable. First from Aditya, who has a chart on HDFC Life. Aditya, if you can come up and talk about HDFC Life. Yeah.
So as you can clearly see, stock did correct quite sharply after post listing from levels of 550 and went into a very good consolidation for about almost October last year. We've seen stock getting into a consolidation. What it has recently done is it has broken out from an ascending triangle pattern in trade yesterday. Now again, this breakout was backed by extremely healthy volumes. The volumes were much above the average volumes that were taking place. So this confirms the breakout from the ascending triangle pattern, and today it's following up with an up move as well. The only hiccup right now is this trend line that I have drawn joining the highs within this consolidation. This is somewhere around 405 to about 404 zone. If this is taken out comfortably, again volumes are high in trade today. If this is taken out on very good volumes, I expect the stock to head levels of 450, and this could be very sharp and very swift. Clearly because of the fact that we have seen very good consolidation for months, and this stock can be easily headed to levels of 425, 450 on the upside. I can buy at current levels as well, or on breakout I'll look to add it further. Why I'm buying it right now? Because I see a sharp up move on the upside. You might not be able to catch once the breakout happens. So that is why I'll get in at around 400. Probably stock is already up from 400, somewhere around 403. The moment it breaks out above 405, I'll add on to the position. Or if it falls down to this breakout level of 395, 398, I'll add on to it. And look for a breakout above 405 for upside targets of 425, 450. Again, if I take a look at the RSI, it's beautifully taken support at the 50 level, making higher lows as you can clearly see, and it's headed up. So all the setup tells me that there is strength in the stock and it's going to break.
Any stop loss that you would keep for this?
Yes, 380 would be my stop loss for this trade, and looking for a target of 425, 450.
Okay, fair enough. That's the view that's coming in on HDFC Life. Kkunal, 402 HDFC Life, what would you do?
Darshan, no doubt stock has given a breakout on hourly chart. It's a symmetrical triangle formation with above average volume, accentuated volume activity has been taken place during the yesterday's trading session, and based on which the stock may touch upper level of 405, but exactly where the 200 DMA comes at, and as Aditya said, upper band of this channel formation where exactly where it comes 405. So my call would be like, if it sustain above 405, definitely I'll buy above 405, and at that time my target would be like 470.
470. Okay, and what about you, Amit?
Yeah, see, the stock has been making a base for itself since past 6 months, but it is yet to come out of that base. Now we never know for how long the base can continue, the consolidation can continue. So I would actually look to buy only above 410, that too on a weekly closing basis. Once that happens, then I think the stock is then headed broadly towards 470 region on the upside.
Okay, so that's the view that's coming in on HDFC Life, and at least the last chart, at least from an analyst before Yash comes in, is a chart on HDFC this time around. The counter has been doing well. Amit, what do you make? Why are you so bullish on this? You believe that the trend will continue on the higher side?
Yeah. So, the current phase that of the market that we are in, we have seen record flows, monthly FI figures not seen in last probably a decade plus, very, very strong flows. And obviously, that kind of flows generally goes into the large caps, So, I think broadly the theme for the current market scenario is broadly, large caps have outperformed. I think that trend will continue. What we are seeing here is, a nice flat, kind of multiple tops here, which is broken out on a large cap, and again, more or less the same strategy, testing the breakout zone. Somewhere around here, this region, I think the stock should take support and again head back on the upside. It has made fresh all-time highs, and this trend is likely to continue going further.
Okay, so it's at 2015. What's the target stop loss that you?
So the first target for HDFC is 2096, and the second target on a positional basis is 2200. And one can keep a stop of 1954 for the stock.
Okay, and the time frame?
The first target probably might happen, maybe 10 sessions, but the 2200 target may take 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay, many thanks for that, Amit. Aditya, HDFC?
Yes, there is bullishness in the stock. Stock has declined from 2070, can slide again further to levels of 1990. Probably I'll look to accumulate gradually, some at current levels, and further add on to it close to about 1990 for upside targets of 2070 to about 2100.
Okay, and Kkunal, your sense?
The stock has already given a breakout on weekly chart of the downward falling trend line, as we can see on weekly chart, and right now stock is trading somewhere around 2016, and downside support comes somewhere around 1990. So if it plunges up to the level of 1990, even it would become a good buying opportunity, while I am seeing somewhere around 2180.
Okay, that's the sense that we are getting in on the final stock HDFC, at least from analysts. And before we end the show, Yash again joins us, and this time he has a chart on PNB. Yash, what does the chart indicate? Is it a positive side or a negative side?
Well, we're using your favorite indicator, the trender indicator, and yet again crucial levels to watch out for PNB. Now we've seen a spectacular rally from most of the PSU banks, including Punjab National Bank, but off recently most of them have seen some amount of correction coming in from the top, and the trend line over here, which has been constant at the mark of 91.64, has not yet been taken out when it comes to PNB, but the weakness from the top is there. It has corrected from about 100 and now trading at 92.35, so about 8 rupees correction is what we have seen over the last few trading sessions. Should it manage to close below that mark, we would see the trend line flip its color from green to red, and we've seen historically over the last 1 year that whenever this has happened, we've had some really long durations of the stock falling, and some big down moves seen on the counter.
Okay, and what's the historical trend, Yash?
So, Darshan, over the next 1 month, if the trender were to flip its color from green to red, the stock could tank as much as 5.5%. Okay,
that's the view that's coming in. 92. Thank you so much for that, Yash. Kkunal, what's your view on PNB?
Darshan, at this level, after giving a good upside movement from 70 levels to 100 levels, stock has formed shooting star candlesticks, and after that it formed bearish engulfing candlesticks, which is like bearish reversal formation, and somewhere around somewhat like stock has formed bearish ABCD harmonic formation on a daily chart, and right now RSI is trending in negative zone and just come out from its overbought zone. So this kind of indication indicates a negative movement in counter. I am seeing somewhere around 85 from the present level. level.
Okay, that's the view that's coming in. What about you, Ashish? Aditya, sorry.
Below 9160, definitely stock is headed lower to levels of 86 to about 85. So I'll go short below 9160 comfortably for targets of 86, 85.
Okay, so it's a bearish call that's coming in. What about you, Amit?
Yeah, below, closing below 91, I think the stock then probably might take support at somewhere around 82 to 83 levels. That's the support zone for the stock. I would not actually really look to short the stock. Yes, it can, once it closes below that, it may come down, but I would still look to buy on declines, basically. PSU banks are doing well. I would look to buy on the stock on decline.
Okay, so that's the view that's coming in. I think we got multiple strategies on PNB at least for that. But with that, we're completely timed out on today's edition of Hot Money. Many thanks to all of my guests that are coming in. Kkunal, Aditya, Amit, thank you so much for coming in. Ask BQ comes up next. Stay tuned to Bloomberg Quint.
What is the meaning of this